boxes if you want to take
Okay,
them
so
home.
next one.
Wow. Why don't you guys want them? They're good. Probably cost some money too.
We might have to get a better stick, maybe.
That's what I'm
You're gonna
saying.
break
Oh,
this
I
one
forgot
first.
your
Baseball bat.
We're doing damage.
Hold on,
It's just taking a minute.
I'm gonna have a scientific approach.
I just don't
to
want to break the stick. We might want
Try
to
and
get a
hit
better
the
stick.
weak
What
spot.
stick is
Yep.
that to? I get a
I
bat.
don't know.
That's
Oh, is
pretty
that
close
the
to her
silent
hand.
stick?
I don't know.
You didn't come with it?
It's already
What do you
been.
mean, do you think?
Well, I found it on the ground.
It's alright, I'll use my bare hand.
Found one on
Wait,
the ground.
let me
Wait.
Can I punch it?
So they gave
Stick.
you a pinata without
Punch it.
anything to hit it with.
Yeah, typically.
How about the flute? No
I
one
know,
knows
but like
that.
the big ones, you can just grab a stick out of your
Except
yard.
for,
Why don't we just
Ron,
smash this
Oh, wait,
coffee
it's pretty
cup and
broken.
cut the bastard?
Very violent.
Oh my god.
Oh my
god. I don't think we can do that
Do
inside.
you want us to take out the whole
Alright, we
room?
didn't ask for a staff. We asked for a
Why don't we
stick.
just
Alright,
you?
I'm
Back
ready.
away.
Watch the glass above your head, maybe. Yeah. That's about it.
Maybe do some cool twirlies with it first. Seems to help the guys in the movies.
Don't poke it.
Okay.
Oh,
Look behind
God.
that.
It is pretty broken right there, though.
There it is.
Oh!
That's not
I
gonna
think I
work.
barely missed your hand.
That is
No,
not
yeah, no,
gonna
it's
work.
okay.
Maybe let's
Now
hang
I'm gonna
it
get
on
out of the way.
Why don't we hang it on the tree so
And
we
hit
can
all
really
the
take
Break the tree.
swings?
Break
Oh,
the
wait,
tree.
you're
No, not the Christmas tree outside. Oh my God.
We can take it
Christmas tree
outside.
too.
But there's but not shoes.
That way everyone can
Nah,
watch
you're
us
right.
flail
I'm
about getting a
seriously
fucking
thinking we
pizza.
just take it
Why
to
am
the
I
curb.
hitting this thing wearing a shirt? It's on it.
Don't think
Hey,
about it too much.
think about it. We're about to do it outside where everyone
I
else
said
can see
don't
us.
think about it too much.
Oh wait, we're still recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot we
We
were
have
recording.
Michael hitting me with a stick on tape. What?
Better.
Your hands?
That's
This might work. It's a little more solid.
Yeah.
There we go. It's gonna go.
It's shorter too.
Oh, there we go.
Alrighty. Well, it's gonna,
This
it's
is
probably
too
gonna
much.
go eventually.
This is violent.
Yeah, Charles
Look at
is
that.
over here, full body swinging it. Uh-oh.
It fell.
Let me. Okay.
Oh my.
Did you break the string?
Where
Do
did
you still have the string or no? Oh,
I think
okay.
we got that one. Wait, let's
You
watch
almost took them
Oh,
out.
my God.
Finally, he passes away. Now I have a perfect hexagon, and then it kind of does like a scene shift kind of thing. And then it popped up instead of his bed. And then
today is March 4th, I believe, and it's a Wednesday, and I'm downtown to go to the mini integrity course that is the MCA Smart Museum and the Art Institute of Chicago are teaming up to have these sessions for artists and educators, and I'm not entirely sure what's going to be going on, but the first one for today is the MCA, which is right back there, and so I'm a little bit early, but I made it on my train okay, and so now I'm just enjoying the beautiful day. It's so nice outside, you see, with the clouds, super nice. A nice springy day. It's I think around 40 degrees right now, but yes, so that is quite exciting. I'm just in the Lake Michigan Park. It's really busy this morning. You could see the little cars go by, and then back there's the lake. So yes, so now I just have a few moments to relax a little bit before I get to go into the side entrance, which is very exciting. And we'll see what goes on. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, so everybody's just hustle and bustling through the city. The John Hancock building is right there. There it is. Peeking through the other buildings. But yes, we'll see how today goes. I'm quite excited. So I'll let you know. Ooh, the sun! Look at the sun. It's so pretty. What a beautiful day. It was raining a little bit earlier. It was kind of like snowing when I was driving to the train station, but now it is sunny and warm, and spring is sprung. So exciting. But yeah, I'll let you know how it goes after I get out. It's gonna be from 9:30 to 2:30, I think. So it's a pretty long day, but we'll see what the people have to say, and hopefully get some good tips to or ideas to implement using the museum more in my teaching practice. I was trying to find a park bench that wasn't wet, but to no avail. But I did spot that they now have a wildberry by the MCA. So even though that looks like it's made out of wood, it's actually a bronze sculpture. And at the IMA in Indianapolis, they have, or Newfields in Indianapolis, they have a small little one in their store room, which when I was doing the art handling certificate thing that they had there, they were like, this may look like it might be just a light pile of sticks, but really it's like a extremely heavy piece of bronze. So, but this one's, nice and huge, and it lives outside, so that's nice. And then there's the museum. I found a quiet spot to sit at in Millennium Park. I went to the Art Institute to renew our passes. I did the 2 years because it was $20 cheaper, so I was like, okay. So that's good. So that's done. And then the integrity course went really well. There's about like 20 to 30 people in the room, and we went to the MCA. They have like a little boardroom area that like overlooks the park and the lake in the back, and it's very pretty. But it's lasted from like 9:30 to about it got out at just about 1, so it was 1 hour and a half earlier than expected. But the course was really nice, and the people there were very nice. We met all sorts of different educators and artists that work in the Chicago area, so that was super exciting. It just felt really nice. There's a lot of good discussions happening about how to do incorporating the artworks and teaching and having discussions with each artworks, which I thought was really nice. There's really funny people who run the museums, and he had a lot of like interesting things to implement. So we like went into this jungle room, which was an exhibit that was a charcoal like mural that went around the whole of the building. And so he was like, who wants to go first? I mean, who wants to go explore the jungle first and come back and tell us what you saw? So then for some reason I totally was just like, yes, I will do it. That will be me. So I threw this little beanbag, like square beanbag, into the room, and then like I went and go explored, and then, like I came back quickly and like told the people like what I saw, and then we went inside the room together, and then we split into smaller groups and like explored the room, and then we went and looked at a different piece, which was like a rug that an artist cut out of his house after a divorce, and then they like had a small group of us, which I was part of the group that was just like listening and watching, while the other ones were like participating and having discussions. And so there's 2 different ways of doing group discussions and investigating artwork, which I thought was really nice. And then we did a thing where we split up into like groups of 3, and then we went around the MCA's exhibits and then picked out what we wanted to do, look at, and then we had discussions within ourselves about it. And then they gave us, we came back to the main boardroom, and they gave us some things to read and pamphlets to look over, because next time we're going to meet the Smart Museum, and we're going to talk about what we read over the course of the week. But yeah, it felt very refreshing and got me really excited, like re-inspired to have these discussions, and it was definitely something I could use in my classroom with my students, especially when we go and like visit the museums or like visit the Brown Museum, and like we have those intimate discussions for different artworks in the basement. So I'm very excited. There's a lot of exciting new people to talk to and like see how they think about art, and it's just nice to be around a bunch of educators and art people who are very excited. So it was a good time. I enjoyed it. It was just really pleasant and very inspiring to get to see these new people. So yes, so that's what I'm doing now. I'm waiting for my train. I have about like 20-ish minutes, so I'm going to eat my sandwich and get on with my journey back home. Tuesday, March 10th, and today is spring break for my students, so I did not have to go to work today. But exciting news! Exciting news! Exciting news! So the first things first is that today I worked on making a new a painted person that I use. I use my body to paint on, and then I make a person, which I did for the Barbier Verde Sanctum piece that I did for my for my grad school, my grad master thesis. But today is the first time I did one where it was my whole face, and I'm thinking about naming it Anxious Ringer. And so I'm going to see if I think about that time. But anyways, so that was my morning. I did that for most of the morning, and then I got a call from the South Shore Arts Center. Contacted me randomly last Thursday. I'm not sure if I updated you on about this, but they randomly called me when I was leaving class on Thursday and asked if I wanted to do an interview with them for a ceramic position, and so, but they just called and they said I got it. But yeah, so they called me on Thursday. Excuse me. They called me on Thursday, and then I went on. Oh, did they call me on Tuesday? No, they called me on Thursday. And then I went in. Nope, they called me on Tuesday, and then I went in on Friday, and we did an interview at 3 Tuesday of the next week, and they gave me the job. So it's so exciting. So what this means is that I will be able to use the studio for like practicing, which I keep up my ceramic skills, and then I will be teaching all day. I'll be teaching on Saturdays, which is like a kindergarten, then elementary age, and then middle school, high school age classes on ceramics, which is exciting because I haven't done that before. And then I get to use the equipment there. There's also opportunity for. They're also going to have me work an hour to make glazes and studio maintenance stuff. I'm excited. I'm so excited. So and then they offered me this other thing, which I'm not sure if I'm going to do or not yet, but I'm going to think about it. So now I am trying to like look at my calendar to see what's going to go on. So, but that was some exciting news that I wanted to share. Nobody's home for me to share with besides the Bobbies, and they could care less about it. So, woohoo, I'm so excited. Yes, so that is the exciting news of the day. Yes, now I'm just gonna keep working on trying to figure out my life and organize my calendar, because now I have things to do. Well, I have more things to do than I did before, which is there's a lot to do, but there's also very exciting. So, yes, I'm excited. Okay, talk to you later. Good morning. Today's Wednesday, and it is the second installment of our mini course section. And we're at the Smart Museum, so right now I'm at the University of Chicago. Ooh. It's a really beautiful building. Today is not as sunny as it was the other day, but it is less wet than previous, so that is nice. But yeah, I'm just gonna go take a gander around and see what's going on, investigate things and whatnot. But yes, I'm excited to learn what we are going to talk about. I'm excited to see what we're going to talk about today. The Smart Museum is really cool, and it's free if you did not know. So, really nice museum. And I haven't been there I only been there once, and that was to visit for the beginning of this program. So I'm excited to go back there and see what we learned today. The 24th, which is a Tuesday, the next Tuesday after next week. The 24th, we are going to be meeting via online using Zoom.
This is our first online presentation, and it's also March 17th, which means it's St. Patrick's Day.
I have a little dice.
Facts
that has
about
numbers on the
Ireland,
side.
dealing with the geography, and some about animal.